Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this highly requested video for more DIY sensory toys for babies. If you haven't seen my previous video, then I will pop it in a link down below and up in a card. So you can go and check that out after this one for even more ideas. Today we're doing 6 different ideas that you can make or do using things that you have around your home already. And they're perfect for babies from newborn right up to 1 year of age. If you're new here, then hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and I am a mum to 2 boys, 2.5-year-old Finley and 4-month-old Rupert. I share our daily play ideas over on Facebook and Instagram as well as here on YouTube. I make videos on baby play, toddler play and just general mum life and parenting as well. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, then please do consider subscribing and make sure that you go and check out my Instagram and Facebook pages. I'll pop the links for you down below there. We do live play every day at 10 AM plus we have a live baby class every Wednesday at 11 AM, which is on Facebook but also right here on YouTube. Look, who's just woken up. Do you want to go downstairs and do some playing? We've got some fun sensory toys for you to play with. Shall we go? Yeah, let's go. This first idea is one of our favourites. It's great for sensory play, it's good for younger babies and older babies, and it is a CD mobile. So all I've done is taken some CDs. I ordered a pack off Amazon, they're really inexpensive, they're just blank CDs, and I strung them up along this string in our playroom. Now if you have a wooden play gym, then that would work really well to string them up along, but as we don't, all I did was tied a piece of string between 2 points. I used a chair and Finley's little art easel and hung the string across, and then I hung the CDs down on strings at different heights and then laid Rupert underneath. So this is really good because the babies can bat at the CDs and move them around, and as they do so the CDs spin and reflect light, so they're really interesting for babies to look at and to play with. This is a great activity for older babies as well, to be able to use those core muscles for sitting. Lots of you ask me how you can get your babies to sit for a prolonged period of time or a little bit longer period of time before they roll over and go off and try and do something else. So something like this where they've got an activity set up in front of them will encourage them to stay sitting up and they won't notice what they're doing because they'll be so interested in engaging with the activity. So I'll just quickly go through what I've got to put on Rupert's sensory mat. I've got one of these Brillo pad sponges, a spare scrap piece of fabric from a fabric book, a velvet pillowcase that I'm just going to cut a section out of. This is a scrubby loofah brush. It's quite rough on this side, but I'm actually going to use this side, which is spongy and soft, and I'll just cut off this elastic here. And then I've got one of these sequin bags that has different colours depending on which way you stroke it. We also got some sofa fabric samples through the other day because we're getting a new sofa hopefully, and these ones are no good, so I'll probably include these as well. Right, let's get to work. This sensory mat is really easy to create and it is so effective. It's a great one to use for tummy time, and you can use it for older babies as well and just sit them up on top of the mat and they can use their hands and feet to explore. So all you need is a big piece of card like this and then just cut out some holes. You can use circles, you can use squares, triangles, and then all you need to do is underneath on the other side tape some interesting fabrics or materials. So you could use things like bubble wrap, you could use tin foil, you could use old carpet samples if you have any of those. Try to choose things that have different textures or that make different sounds as you touch them, and then it will be a really interesting and engaging experience for your baby, whether they are lying on their tummy like this or sitting up and exploring. Another fun and easy thing that you can do to hang from your piece of string or your wooden toy art is to make a scarf wall like this. If you watch my live baby play sessions, then you will have seen this. We did this last week and it is a real hit. In fact, before that session, I had an incredibly grumpy 4-month-old baby who is teething, and as soon as I lay him down, he was happy, he was entertained, and it was an absolute winner. So if you haven't tried this already with your babies, then you must try it. All you need to do is take that same piece of string and then tie on some scarves. I use sensory scarves like these, and if you haven't got any like these and you want some, then I will put a link to them down below for you. But you could just use muslins or any kind of patterned material or shiny material that your baby would find interesting. This is also a great activity to do for sibling play, or if you want to play with your baby. So you sit on one side of the scarf and the baby sits up on the other side of the scarf, and you can open and shut them and play peekaboo. Talking of simple but effective, this next idea is just that. All you need is a box, cut a hole in the top, and then have some balls or objects that your baby can drop inside. It's such a simple activity, but babies absolutely love posting and putting things inside other things. So this one is guaranteed to entertain them for quite a long time. Just make sure that the hole is big enough that you can easily get the objects out yourself, or make sure that you have a box that opens at the bottom so that you can get the objects back out. Otherwise, it may be a little bit of a challenge. Another sensory item that we've made in our live baby play sessions is this high contrast book. It's so easy to make, and it is really great for young babies from newborn right up to babies of 6 months plus. And the idea is that you take a cereal box and cut it in half, and then all you need to do is tape on some DIY contrast patterns. So just like these ones, you can draw them yourself using a Sharpie or a pen. You just need to make sure that the patterns are nice and thick so that the babies can see them. If you're struggling with ideas of what to draw, it really doesn't matter, your baby won't mind as long as it's black marks on white paper. But if you want some ideas, then just Google high contrast patterns and there are loads of different options for you. If you've got a baby that's around 3 months plus, then you may also want to add in some red and yellow. These are colours that babies of that age really love to see, and they're the first colours that they properly start to notice after just noticing the high contrast black and white patterns. When you've stuck on your high contrast patterns onto your card, then all you need to do is fold over the bottom, and then it will stand up like a book, and then you can lay your baby in front of it and they will enjoy looking at the patterns. If you've got a very young newborn baby, then lay it to the side of them, and then as they've got their head turned, they can have a look at it. If your baby's a little bit older, then put it in front of them and they can use their arms to prop themselves up, or you could roll up a blanket or put a little pillow under them to prop them up as well. And then if your baby is even older, sit them up in front of it, and again, this is a great one to get them staying there just that little bit longer. This activity is a really fun one, and all you need is an old pair of tights or a long sock and a ball of some sort, and then all you need to do is drop the ball into the tights or the sock and tie them onto your play arch, or again to that same piece of string that we used in the other activities. And this is a good one for adults. You can push this and your babies can track the movement as it swings, and then as they get older they can have a go at reaching up and batting it as well. So it's really great for that hand-eye coordination, and if they manage to grab it, all the better, they can pull it down and have an investigate. Just make sure that if you have used a piece of string like I have and it's tied onto 2 points and they are pulling it down, that those 2 points are secured, because you wouldn't want them to fall on top of your baby, obviously. If your baby is just that little bit older, then this is a really great reciprocal game that you can play. Sit your baby on one side and you can sit on the other side and swing the ball to each other, and your baby can have a go at pushing it back to you and you can catch it and swing it back to them. They may find it a little bit challenging at first, but it will be great for building up those hand-eye coordination skills, and if anything else, I'm sure they will find it very funny. Stay tuned for my baby bedtime routine video coming on Friday with lots of your sleep related questions answered, and in the meantime check out these videos for more ideas and inspiration. Leave me a comment down below and let me know which of these ideas was your favourite. Do you do any of them with your babies already at home? Which do you like the best? I would love to know. I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Bye bye.